Yo, welcome everyone, Sanju Che here, and of course it's Sunday, so we're tackling another episode of Boruto, episode 188. Of course, again, apologies for last night's end of month live stream. I don't know, it was weird because the internet was stable on my end, but OBS, in terms of the bitrate, it just wasn't pushing over the right bitrate, so hence the technical issues, so apologies for that. I'm hoping the next live stream can go a bit more smoothly, to say the least, but I hope everyone's having a great day. Of course, if you're new here and you like Boruto, you can definitely subscribe. I appreciate the support. Leave a like, let me know your thoughts, and of course this is the episode that should feature Kawaki's show. It's been a long time coming for anime onlys, I imagine, so yeah. But anyway, let's get right into it. You know what's funny and what's really come full circle about this is that it was around this time in the story that I actually started reviewing the manga. If anything, I'll probably leave a link to my first Boruto, or my first two Boruto manga chapter reviews, even though the first one might not be all that good, thinking back on it. But you know, just to say, it's been a while. We've kind of almost come full circle to the anime actually catching up. Yeah, little Kawaki. Oh, nice. Man, them really flesh out. I'm not gonna lie, I like this already. Like, fleshing out the confrontation or the backstory between Kawaki and Garo. Because manga-wise, we kind of just jump straight into it. But just like how calm Amado is. Level 1. Blew off the manja thing. The Ishiki wine. Eat this now. Even though I think my bottle empty now, but you know, the Ishiki wine. Alright. Jesus, peace. Yo, I'm not like G should get pee shit though. Sukuna Kona. No, Daikokuten rather. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, if nothing else, these new OSTs are really good. Because even this one here playing in this scene, top tier. It really helps to kind of sell that kind of Kara vibe. Ah, Zin. They really are fleshing out stuff from the manga in terms of adding these scenes to make things flow a bit more naturally, I'm not gonna lie. You know, finally seeing the scene again after all this time, I'm wondering if we're gonna ever see Kawaki's father again in the story. Even though I doubt it, seems like a whatever kind of character. But just curious. Boy, but I think we're happy about that either, so can't blame him for the reaction. Yo. Touchdown. So after a million years, anime onlys are finally getting Kawaki in the flesh. Looks like you want to die. It would have been nice to get some fight scenes between Team 7 and Kawaki, but the plot must go on. Garo versus Kawaki. Does Garo not learn that the last time he said that, he lost his chin? But then again, he's gonna be losing more than his chin this time around. Yo, clean. Alright, so that was episode 188 of the Boruto anime, and I must say it was definitely a good episode. While it is slower in pace in terms of the material it adapted from the manga, because I believe this should be chapter 24, if I'm not mistaken, or 23, give or take. But what they did succeed in doing with this episode is actually add those original scenes that weren't in the manga, so that the actual content from the manga flows a lot more naturally, because manga wise we didn't really get that backstory, that that flashback with Garo, seeing how Delta actually got Garo to actually come to the scene, etc, etc. So the story for the most part with those additional scenes actually flows a lot better. So again, and I'll be saying this a lot going forward when I think about it, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so it does seem like to get full context for a lot of the events that are taking place in the story time and time again. Yes, the Boruto anime is going to be the definitive way to actually taking the entire Boruto story if you want full context for a lot of the stuff here from the manga, because again, at the end of the day, the manga does seem like, because of its monthly format, it's kind of I hate saying rush, but for lack of a better term right now, I would say rush through certain events in the story, because they want to get to X and X points so that the anime can, have an opportunity to actually flesh things out, if I'm being honest, or at least in my opinion. So there's that. So while the original scenes do add context and allow the contents from the manga to flow more naturally, I did like the OST choice, especially in the scene with Jigen and Delta. It does seem like it was kind of like a remix of that other OST that yeah, okay, you get the point. But the OST choice, honestly, from the Kara arc has started, from this Kawaki arc has started, it's been honestly, these new OSTs help, if nothing else, as I said in the reaction section, it helps to allow the Boruto series to have a more distinct flavor when compared to the whole Naruto series in general, which, it kind of felt like we were kind of just cycling over OSTs from Naruto to here. We had some, obviously a lot of original OSTs, but I don't think it's been as distinct, or, yeah, when you hear it, it's Boruto, like that kind of vibe. So I definitely enjoyed that aspect of the episode as well. I mean, art and animation was alright as per usual. It's that your average Boruto episode in terms of that, so it's whatever right there. But honestly, I think one of the takeaways is that we finally get into Kawaki. As anime onlys, I imagine that this is a time where you're really invested in the story more so than ever, to see how it gets to that flash forward you saw in episode 1. And wow, at this point I can imagine that the seeds of being, I don't want to say confused, but that whole contradicting impression you might be getting between probably suspecting Kawaki as being a villain in the beginning versus seeing where he's starting from now, you might get that contradictory vibe. But honestly, you're in for something once we actually catch up or get later, well, further into the story for the most part. So yeah, But I definitely like that flashback and the additional scenes that we had for this episode. Especially in terms of the highlight, art and animation wise, I think was definitely when Kawaki got back up. The visuals, I love that aura right there. That was pretty cool. So there's that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the fight with Garo goes in the anime, if they'll add any additional fight scenes. But just even if they don't, I'll love it all the same. I know it was probably like a missed opportunity for a Team 7 versus Kawaki fight. It probably could still happen, who knows, but let's see, because based on the promotion that we had for this arc, you know, we had Boruto versus Kawaki, so I think a lot of persons were expecting that. So yeah, but all in all, it was a pretty solid episode. I loved it. It kind of feels slow but not slow, but that suspense and build up is mounting. So yeah, but all in all, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, subscribe. Of course, if you made it this far, thanks for tuning in as per usual, and I'll see you in the next Boruto video.